So this is our apartment where we live. This is our front window. You go down the stairs. And turn to the right. There's the ocean. Where's Danny? Then if you come out here and you turn to the right, you see all those cranes. That's where the landslide happened. About 100 yards down across the street from us into the ocean. A whole bunch of the earth fell over. And right out from underneath some of these new apartments, or some of the older apartments actually, on the other side of the new ones. Now this is literally right across the street from where we are. As you can see, the landslide hasn't really fazed many people. There's still people out there climbing along the cliffs. We have to be careful out here because there's some really big sand fleas, and Dobby gets nasty sand fleas out here, so it's not all fun. Usually this time of year you'd be able to see whales out there every few minutes, but we haven't seen any at all this year, and I wonder if it has to do with the landslide and the construction. There's more rocks being dumped along the ocean because apparently right across from where we are, some of the land fell there as well. And there's the Pacific up here in the distance. On the cliff looking down at the construction. I'm a little bit nervous being out here, but people have been out here all day, so
those down there are the construction workers, obviously, fooling around in the rocks. And then over there is where the apartment is feeling most of the impact. It's that apartment right there. You'll see some of the cranes holding some of the equipment that they're using to enforce the area. But it's kind of pointless now. But anyways, that whole area over there is that's suffered the most. But yeah, that's about it. So this is Pacifica for the most part. Angela and I like to kick it over there at the pier. There you go. And we head down there sometimes, not all the time since Julian. But we've been hearing the construction guys at night dropping rocks all over the place, and over here, let me see, is our apartment. It is this one right here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's our apartment. I don't even know where we live. It's the tan one right there. And in this area over here, where that little fence is at, the room to the left is where we have our drunk neighbor. He's a very friendly fellow who likes to greet us without his shirt. Anyways, this is our neighborhood, Pacifica. And, oh, that's a rehab center right there. That's right, kids. A rehab center.
Not for drugs, for people with broken limbs.
Right.
Here's where the landslide happened. All those apartments in there had to be evacuated. And these apartments over here are pretty newly remodeled. and they're on the cliff also, so they're in danger, but they're not evacuated. Here's all the rocks that they're dumping on the other side of the apartments to solidify it. I'm not really supposed to be over here though, so.
These are the cranes here. You got a lot closer view. As you can see, they're quite a bit. Quite the view. One coming up, one going down. It's really crazy. This is the dog park, the very famous dog park, where we would see whales and dolphins and animals. Those are the apartments over there, Land's End. The units at the very end have been experiencing more landfall, I guess, or yeah, well, with the sand and all being washed away. Over here on this side, well, you can't really see it from here, but that area over there is where we used to live, and now we moved all the way down there towards the craziness.
Yeah, like Danny said, this is a dog park where we used to take Dobby all the time and just let him run loose. But now every time that we come down here, there's more and more of the cliff is gone. I think recently with the storm, they lost a good 5 feet of the cliff. You can see someone's fallen there, someone's fallen there. There's actually a good portion out where that lady is that there used to be a good 10 feet or so more, and I used to go out there with Dobby, and it's now completely gone. We used to go down these stairs down to the ocean and let him run on the beach, but they don't allow that anymore, just because of the danger. These are the apartments we used to want, but they're, you're looking at like $1,600 for a studio, like a 400 square foot studio. Very expensive. Like he said, we actually lived back up over there, over the other side of those apartments. Used to walk down here once or twice a day to see whales. This all used to be nice and green, but they had to stop watering it because watering it was making the cliff fall in even more. Okay, here's a big chunk that fell in a long time ago. I've actually stood out here where the part has fallen. I came out here and I thought to myself one day, that'd be funny if all this fell in. Dobby, come back here. That'd be funny if all this fell in, and then the next day Dobby. I came out and it was gone. So I thank God for protecting me. On this side of the sidewalk we're pretty safe because the sidewalk's between us, as long as Dobby doesn't jump. Here's a back view of where cliff fell in and a little ways down where the apartments are. As you can see, they're just really right on the cliff. There's maybe 10 feet behind the apartments, and then that's it. That's a big danger.